Now, on this course today, we were discussing module 6, which is business report and analysis. Now, in this module, we'll be discussing the purpose of business reports in Excel. We'll be discussing preparing reports using tables, formulas, and pivot tables. We'll be discussing adding charts and written findings. We'll be discussing professional formatting for printing and sharing. We'll be discussing basic dashboards with KPIs and charts. We'll be discussing using a complete reporting workflow. Now, by way of introduction, in the workplace, Excel is used to turn raw data into meaningful business reports. Raw data alone can be very confusing and do not support decisions. A professional report needs to be accurate, easy to read, to be clearly structured, and to be visually appealing. This module focuses on building business reports in Excel, applying professional formatting, adding charts and written insights, creating professional dashboards, and using a complete reporting workflow. Now, what's the purpose of business reports? It summarizes business performance, supports management decision-making, it tracks progress and results rather. It communicates findings clearly. It presents data professionally. An example is using it for monthly sales reports, for expenses analysis, for student performance reports, and all of the following. Now, how do you prepare reports? Using tables, formulas, and pivot tables. So first of all, let's prepare a table. Now here you have dates. Here you have products. Here you have sales. Here you have January. Here you have February. Here you have March. Okay, my product is bag. Yeah. This product is shoes. Okay, next, shoes. Here we have clothes. Now, sales for this month was let's say 12,000. Sales for this month is 95,000. Sales for this month is 150,000. All right. Now, select the data set. Select it. Let's call it data set. Then press Ctrl and T. Right. Then tick my table as it has already ticked. Then click OK. You can see this, right? Now, how do you use formulas for this? Now, you can use sum, you can use average, you can use if, you can use if error. Now, let's say, for example, let's use sum. Let's use sum, for example. So equal to sum is, I see that, can sum this. Sum sales, you can see that, right? It has summed the sales. So then you have to tap on the table and just set sales. See, that's the advantage, makes it very clear. Now let's set a pivot table for this. So I should click the table, inside the table. Then I should go to insert. Then under insert, you go to pivot table. Then look at the range. Look at the range, then click OK. Okay. Then come to this side. Click this product, then sales as values. Exactly. So it automatically summarizes the data for you. So you can see the rows as products, then the sum of sales. It has automatically done that for you easily. Now, how do you add charts and written summaries? Let's do that quickly. Now, select the summary table or pivot table. Okay. This is the pivot table here. So go to insert. Now choose a suitable chart. Anyone you want. I've already taught this before. So let's say going with this chart. Okay. Let me see this chart. No, or this chart. Pretty basic. Let me see this chart. For example. Can choose any. Right? I've already taught this before. You can even see for yourself. You can easily tap. So this is John and score. This is Paul and score. So you can do all that. I already taught this before. Now, the report cannot show the chart alone. You must explain what the chart shows. So let's say for you can just add a note to it under. Sales of bag increased steadily from January to February. You can add it under. This helps the manager understand the result very quickly. Now, how do you format a report? Use clear headings, use bold titles, use proper spacing, use consistent fonts. Now, how do you set it up for proper printing? Now, go to page layout, yeah? Go to size, always use it as A4. Exactly, so this is not A4. See this line that's showing here? They are in A4s, see, it's an A4. This is another A4. So everything here is printed as B and A4. So you can see this very line stops here. Good. That's what should be done for that. If you want to print, just Control P, not correct. You can see for yourself. That's what is there. See, there are no cells written there. So that's what that is meant. So this is where to stop, as you can see for yourself. Now, let's move on to creating basic dashboard with KPIs and charts. But first, what is a dashboard? A dashboard is a one-page visual summary showing key performance information. Key performance information are called KPIs. Now, KPI stands for key performance indicator. An example is total sales, average sales, highest performing products, and monthly growth. How do you create a KPI? Now, you use formulas to create KPI. Use formulas to calculate totals. I've already done that. Place the KPI at the top of the sheet. Format clearly. Example of KPI is the total sales here. Okay, it is my pivot table here. Okay, sheet 4. Okay, good. This is it. This can be a KPI, right? This is a KPI already. Now, dashboard mode is very easy to understand at a glance. It's very easy and all of that. So, in summary, these are some of the tools you can use to create a business report. A business report is a well-structured summary of the business. It uses data to support decision making. It includes key performance metrics. It is a summary. You can use charts to communicate it clearly. So, in summary, in this module, we have learned how to use how to prepare a business report, how to prepare it using tables, formulas, and pivot tables, how to add chart and rating findings, how to use professional formatting for printing and sharing, how to create basic dashboard, and how to use a complete reporting workflow. So there's an assessment at the end of this module that will give you a better understanding. The first part contains 15 MCQ questions. The last part includes a practical working, when you work on how to you do a practical report. So in the next module, we'll be learning other things. So if there are any questions, you can ask. So that will be all for module 6. I will see you in the next module. Thank you so much.